Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining us. I've got Marc Bookman, Opu Labs, on the show with me today. Marc, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm really happy to be here.
All right. Now, you're building out a suite of blockchain-based technology platforms, starting with a mobile skincare app. Tell us about it.
Sure. So we're building an app that is going to bridge this gap of trust that consumers have with skincare advertising. There are a lot of reasons why consumers don't trust skincare advertising, but the main thing we're trying to do is give a tool to consumers where they can test products, see if they actually work using AI and blockchain, and then have smart contracts that will allow advertisers to get access to data which has been opted in by the consumer, and for the consumers then to automatically get rewarded. So that's the essence of it. And it's not something we thought about overnight. It was a long process of us working in the actual advertising space and seeing all these problems that existed for consumers to actually trust the ads and get reliable data about what products may work for them.
Tell me about the types of products that the consumers are going to be exposed to and how the reward works.
Well, any type of skincare product that is designed to treat the conditions we track. So, for example, right now, the AI engine that we have built will recognize acne, redness, hyperpigmentation, and wrinkles. Okay, we're training it for additional conditions. The idea then, any product that would work on those conditions to improve them, you can visibly see those differences. And so any product for those categories, we will then track and then be able to judge how well they work.
Okay, what about the rewards?
I'm sorry, exactly, the rewards. So we've built a blockchain application called Opu Coin, which is it's basically the currency of our ecosystem. And it's an ERC20 Ethereum token. And so then consumers will earn those tokens by participating in brand-sponsored research. They will earn those tokens by completing different tasks or providing different information to us on the platform. They can also buy the tokens, and then all of the transactions on our platform will be powered by this coin. So you'll need the coin to pay for services, to open up a shop on our platform, for example. They'll all require tokens.
At this point, what are the fiat equivalent, whether it's yen, it's yuan, it's euro, it's pound, it's dollar, what is the equivalence per token?
Well, so right now, for our ICO that's in progress, we're selling the token for 2 cents. It's going to be, we're about to change some of the mechanics on the ICO, but 2 cents per token. By the time this airs, I believe it'll be 2 cents per token. And we accept Ethereum and Bitcoin to pay for the coins, but we are going to expand that greatly to accept fiat, credit card, and I think up to 63 different cryptos that you'll be able to use to pay to buy our tokens. Going forward for the consumer, once we move beyond the ICO and the ecosystem is in motion for consumers, we want the consumer to be able to pay in any kind of fiat currency. So if it's in Thailand, Thai baht, rupees in India, yen in Japan, etc., the consumers will be able to pay in their own local fiat.
That's brilliant. That's good. I'm looking at your Facebook followers, your YouTube subscribers, your Twitter followers, your Instagram followers, the coins that have already been earned. It's well over 73 million. And the Opu coins sold, a little over 72 million. That's pretty darn good. Telegram, 35,000. You know, you're really rocking the boat here with this stuff. What else are you doing that keeps you separate and far and above anybody else that's going to try and come up behind you in this, with this app, in this industry sector, in this silo?
Well, appreciate you citing those numbers. Yeah, and they keep growing. I keep citing numbers to people, and then I find out from my team that it's grown since the last time I checked. And so it's growing naturally every day through literally word of mouth and people sharing this with their friends online and posting about us, and we're getting the word out there. So it's growing. I think we're at 113,000 registrations on the platform right now. of which 40% of those people actually provided their skincare profile to us. So we've got already a very great set of data that brands are interested in.
Well, let me help you out with that. No, not 113,
Sure.
140,000. It just popped.
Oh, this is popped. Okay,
Yeah,
so there you go.
There you go. That's how fast it's growing.
That's how it's growing on its own, and so we're thrilled about that. What we're doing, so I think what we've done here is that there are a lot of different technologies you need to bring together to make this work. Mm-hmm. It's not very simple. It's search technology, it's blockchain, it's AI, it's just good old-fashioned web user interface, and cross-platform development, so a web interface, and we're building apps. So in the labs right now, we have an Android app that's very far along. We haven't released it yet, but we will be soon, and then iOS will follow. So there's a lot of things to make this work properly that you need to have in place. And that's, I think, mainly what we've done. The other thing is that we're using good old-fashioned web marketing and crowdsourcing stuff, and people like what we're doing. This is striking a nerve. The idea that this particular product category, skincare, it's huge. It's about the debate is $112 to $120 billion worldwide market. But nevertheless, because of regulations, because of the nature of the products, the advertising is very difficult to do, to get actual facts across to the consumer and figure out, hey, does this product really work for someone, or am I going to waste my money? And people spend a lot of money on these products, anywhere from $50 to $300 or $400 a month. So you can actually spend a lot of money and find out, hey, this product gives me an allergic reaction, or it just doesn't work at all. Mm. And so we think that there's a big economic need to have a tool like ours.
There obviously is. I mean, that's why everybody's clamoring to get on the bandwagon. All right, your ICO,
yes.
What's the time limit on that for people to get in?
Yes. So the summer, as I think everybody in the industry knows, has been a down market. People are depressed. People who bought Bitcoin at a high price are not seeing those prices. A lot of the ICOs that have gone out recently have tanked. So even 5% of their ICO price on the exchanges. So when we saw this happen, we're in this for the long run. We're building a real ecosystem. We've got real services launching that will use the token. We don't want to be one of those, at least do everything we can to avoid that. So our ICO will be extended until December 15th. The fall, we think, is looking a lot better. We're getting a lot of really good traction. We're also hearing from the market that a lot of investors want a hybrid equity and token deal. So they like to get equity with a crypto kicker, or crypto with an equity kicker. Mm-hmm. And so we've decided to go the way of a equity with a crypto kicker. And so we're going to be doing a $5 million financing round here very soon. We're putting together the memorandum at the moment. And so at least for U.S. investors, that's the main offer that they're going to see, is equity in the company up to $5 million and a bonus of our token that will go along with it. So we're preparing that offer right now.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to add before we part ways today? You pretty well covered.
Well, I think the thing that's most interesting about our ICO is, healthcare ICOs just started recently. Yeah. People are still trying to figure out how blockchain and healthcare will go together. A lot of companies doing interesting things. I think we've put our finger on one big problem area, and skincare is, as you said, the first one. But there are a lot of really interesting things that we can do with smart contracts. We're right on this trend of people fed up with giving their personal information to companies who then use it and them not getting anything out of it. And so the smart contracts help solve that problem. And then the other thing is we're seeing with consumers when it comes to healthcare information is it's regional and it's also personality oriented. Some consumers are, I'll never share anything about my actual skincare with anyone. This is a private matter. To the other extreme is, as soon as someone uses a product, they're posting on Facebook or on Instagram and they want to share it with everybody. And so you need to deal with both of those types of consumers. This is where the blockchain can come in and be very, very interesting to solve this problem of trust and different personality types and how people are willing to share or not share their personal information. So that's the solution we're building. I think we've got something that's going to work for this area.
I do too. I do too. Mark, thanks for being a guest on today's show.
All right. Thank you. It was great talking. Thank you.
All right. You've been watching Michael Yorba on CEO Money with Marc Bookman, who got up real late in Tokyo just to be on the show. We really appreciate that, of Opu Labs. All right, don't forget, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.